The security for world leaders like presidents and prime ministers is extremely important because of the big jobs they have. These leaders run entire countries, make decisions that affect lots of people, and are in charge of their nation's military. This makes them targets for threats, and that's why their safety is a top priority. The people and equipment used to protect these leaders are very advanced. They use the latest security technology and have teams of well-trained guards. This is necessary because these leaders have a lot of power and influence around the world. Their decisions can change things, not just in their own country, but also in other parts of the world. So their security has to be very tight to prevent any kind of danger that might come their way. This chapter explains why it's so important to keep these leaders safe. It's not just about protecting a single person, but about keeping the whole country stable and secure. Chapter 1. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Turkey. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey is one of the most heavily guarded leaders in the world. His rise from being the mayor to the president means he's had to navigate through many challenges and threats. Because of his strong and sometimes controversial opinions on international issues, he has made quite a few enemies. This makes his security extremely important. President Erdogan is surrounded by a large team of bodyguards wherever he goes. On a typical day, he has a 60-man security team around him. But it doesn't stop there. When he travels, there are at least 100 snipers positioned around him to watch for any dangers. And on days when there might be more threats, the number of snipers can increase up to 3,000. His travel arrangements are just as secure. Erdogan travels in a convoy of up to 12 luxury cars. These cars are not just for show, they are equipped with advanced security features to ensure his safety. The security team is very serious about their job and will do anything to protect him, even if it means getting into conflicts, as seen in some past incidents in the US and Bosnia where they clashed with local security. The security personnel are also heavily armed. They carry weapons like the Turkish-made Yavuz 16 and the National Infantry Rifle, the MPT-76, which are capable of responding to various threats efficiently. In this chapter, we explore how President Erdogan's security is managed, the resources dedicated to keeping him safe, and the impact this has on international relations and internal affairs in Turkey. This level of protection is crucial for his safety, given his prominent role on the global stage. Chapter 2. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India is another leader with extremely tight security. As the head of the world's largest democracy, his safety is critical not just for India, but also in the context of global politics. Modi's security arrangements are managed by the Special Protection Group, SPG, a specialized force that provides round-the-clock protection. The SPG is made up of more than 3,000 well-trained agents. These agents are equipped with high-tech gear and advanced weapons to ensure the Prime Minister's safety. Modi's security costs around $48 million every year, which is a significant increase compared to his predecessors. This amount reflects the high level of threat assessment and the comprehensive measures taken to mitigate these risks. For transportation, the SPG uses a fleet of heavily armored vehicles, helicopters, drones, and even planes. Modi's car, often compared to the US President's Beast, is fortified with bulletproof plating and explosion-resistant materials. It also features advanced communication systems and emergency medical equipment. On special occasions, the security detail adjusts their attire and equipment to blend in more with the environment, switching from formal suits to more casual, yet still protective gear. This flexibility allows them to maintain security without being overly conspicuous. This chapter delves into the intricacies of Prime Minister Modi's security, examining the logistics, the personnel involved, and the technology used to keep him safe. It highlights the extreme lengths to which India goes to protect its leader, emphasizing the importance of his role both domestically and internationally. Chapter 3. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia, often known simply as MBS, oversees one of the most stringent and sophisticated security operations in the world. His ascent to power brought significant reforms and a centralization of military and security controls under his direct oversight, reflecting his focus on maintaining tight security, both for himself and the Saudi state. The Crown Prince has implemented sweeping reforms across various security agencies, which include the consolidation of military and security commands and the introduction of modern technologies and strategic practices. This centralized approach helps in coordinating efforts more effectively and ensures that the security measures are foolproof. In terms of personal security, MBS's detail is equipped with state-of-the-art weaponry and defense systems. In 2019 alone, he sanctioned the expenditure of over $20 billion on military hardware, underscoring his commitment to equipping his security forces with the best tools available. This includes advanced firearms, tactical gear, and even armored vehicles that are part of the royal convoy. The Presidency of State Security, a body created by MBS, plays a crucial role in his protection strategy. It's a clear demonstration of how he uses his authority to reform and strengthen the security landscape in Saudi Arabia. These changes have made the security around him not just about protecting a high-profile leader, but also about showcasing Saudi Arabia's military and security prowess. This chapter delves into the complexities of the security arrangements for MBS, highlighting how his policies have reshaped Saudi security practices and the implications of these changes on his personal safety and broader regional stability. It examines the blend of traditional royal guard measures with modern military tactics to create a security environment befitting his status and responsibilities. Chapter 4. President Xi Jinping, China. President Xi Jinping of China commands one of the most extensive and advanced security operations worldwide. As the leader of a global powerhouse, Xi's protection is paramount, reflecting China's strategic priorities and its emphasis on stability and control. During public appearances, the level of security is visibly high. This includes sniper teams strategically placed around venues, a long motorcade of armored vehicles, and a personal bodyguard unit known as the Central Security Bureau. This team is rigorously trained and equipped with the latest weaponry and tactical gear to counter any threat. A notable aspect of Xi's security is the extensive use of technology. Surveillance cameras, motion detectors, and advanced communication systems are integrated into his daily security protocol. This technological approach helps in maintaining a secure perimeter around him at all times, whether he is attending a public event or traveling. The security measures extend to special occasions as well. For instance, on the anniversary of Hong Kong's return to Chinese rule, an unprecedented level of security was deployed. This included deploying machine guns and ballistic briefcases, showcasing the meticulous planning and resource allocation that goes into securing such high-profile events. This chapter explores the elaborate security arrangements for President Xi Jinping. It highlights how China employs a mix of traditional security measures and modern technology to safeguard its leader, ensuring that he can lead without fear of personal danger, thereby maintaining the aura of authority and control that is central to his leadership style. Chapter 5. Supreme Leader, Kim Jong-un, North Korea. Supreme Leader, Kim Jong-un of North Korea perhaps oversees one of the most secretive yet intensely robust security details in the world. Given the nature of his regime and the potential internal and external threats, Kim's security is extraordinarily tight and meticulously managed. Kim Jong-un's personal protection is handled by the Supreme Guard Command, a massive unit with over 100,000 personnel dedicated solely to his safety. This unit is not just large, but also highly specialized, trained in various combat techniques and equipped with advanced weaponry to address any threat scenario. The selection process for these guards is extremely rigorous. Candidates must meet stringent physical and loyalty tests, and once selected, they undergo intense training to perfect their skills in marksmanship and martial arts. The criteria for selection also include unique considerations, such as height, possibly to maintain a uniform appearance around Kim Jong-un. The security extends beyond personal bodyguards. The North Korean capital, Pyongyang, and other locations where Kim resides or visits are heavily fortified. Surveillance is omnipresent, and the readiness level of the security forces is perpetually high, indicative of the regime's paranoia about potential threats. In this chapter, we delve into the layers of security that encapsulate Kim Jong-un. We examine how his personal safety is intertwined with the broader security strategy of the North Korean state, which employs extreme measures to protect its leader from real and perceived dangers alike. This protection scheme is a critical component of the government's efforts to maintain control and project power, both internally and on the global stage. Chapter 6. Former President Donald Trump, USA. Former President Donald Trump's tenure in the White House was marked by unprecedented security measures, reflecting both his high-profile status and the contentious nature of his presidency. The security detail for President Trump set new standards in terms of scope and expense, significantly exceeding those of his predecessors. President Trump's security was managed by the United States Secret Service, but the scale was much larger due to his frequent travel and numerous residences. The presidential vehicle, famously known as the Beast, is an armored limousine equipped with state-of-the-art security features, including bulletproof windows, armor plating, and a sealed interior to protect against chemical attacks. The car also contains a range of emergency supplies, including a supply of the president's blood type. During his presidency, the cost of securing Trump and his family was approximately $29 million per year, a significant increase from the $16 million spent annually on President Obama's security. This increase was due to the extensive measures required to secure multiple properties and the high frequency of travel. The security convoy itself was a spectacle, often involving multiple vehicles, including a halfback with a counter-assault team and a communications van known as the Watchtower. Additionally, Trump's appearances often required extensive coordination with local law enforcement and other security agencies, further adding to the complexity and cost. Chapter 7. President Vladimir Putin, Russia. President Vladimir Putin of Russia is renowned for having one of the most formidable security protocols among global leaders. His protection is managed by the Federal Protective Service, FSO, which includes an elite unit known colloquially as the Musketeers. This group is not only tasked with guarding Putin, but also embodies the strength and secrecy that characterize Russian state security. The Musketeers are handpicked for their roles based on attributes such as physical stamina, psychological resilience, and unwavering loyalty to the state. The training regimen for these bodyguards is rigorous, focusing on a wide range of skills from combat tactics to advanced surveillance techniques. Their primary mission is to neutralize any threat to Putin, employing a mix of traditional bodyguard duties and modern technological approaches. Putin's security is omnipresent and blends seamlessly with his public appearances and private life. Whenever he travels, an extensive motorcade accompanies him, including advanced communications equipment and medical facilities. In public settings, snipers and lookalikes are employed to further confuse and deter potential threats. This security apparatus extends beyond personal protection, with the FSO having broad powers to monitor communications and enforce security measures throughout the Russian Federation. This level of control is indicative of Putin's methodical approach to governance and his focus on maintaining a tight grip on power. The protection of world leaders is not merely a matter of personal safety, but a complex interplay of national security, political stability, and international relations. As demonstrated through the various examples in this book, The extent and nature of security arrangements vary widely, reflecting each leader's unique circumstances and the specific threats they face. From President Erdogan's extensive bodyguard team and sniper squads to President Putin's secretive Musketeers, each security setup is tailored to address the realities of political power, public perception, and potential vulnerabilities. The investments in safeguarding these figures are immense, not only in financial terms, but also in the resources devoted to training, equipment, and strategic planning. This global overview highlights the critical role that effective security plays in enabling leaders to perform their duties without fear of personal harm. It also sheds light on the broader implications of such security measures, including the impact on civil liberties and public accountability. Understanding the security of world leaders helps us appreciate the delicate balance between protecting these high-profile individuals and maintaining the open democratic principles that many of these leaders represent. It is a dynamic field that continuously evolves with changes in technology, international relations, and internal political landscapes.